Hi everyone, this is a video for Gemini Sun, Moon and Rising for October the 7th to October the 13th. This is just a general reading, so if it doesn't resonate, that's completely fine. I do use astrological placements to inform the tarot, so hopefully it does resonate, but if not, then that's fine, we just move on. So I am going to read out the astrological placements for this week, and then we're going to talk about the tarot, and hopefully the tarot will give us some more clarification. So, from the 7th to the 9th, we have Mercury and Venus in Scorpio, trining Mars in Cancer. And if you're a Gemini rising, then Venus and Scorpio will be in your 6th house and Mars and Cancer in your 2nd house. So this implies that people that you work with will be on the same page as you with making money and just kind of like supporting you in your ventures with work and money. On the 9th, Jupiter was stationed retrograde. And again, if you're Gemini rising, this is in your 1st house. Because it is retrograding with Gemini. And that's just kind of saying that you're maybe a bit more hermited, a bit more going, I don't know if hermited's a word, but a bit more hermit, going more introverted and kind of trying to figure out how you want to present yourself to the world. And then from the 12th to 15th, the Sun in Libra, 5th house, squaring Mars and Cancer with your 2nd house. This suggests really frustrating energy with like dating at odds with your finances. So it's kind of like you want to go on a date, but you can't afford it. Or just generally feeling like, yeah, they're being stingy. So that kind of energy comes through, and that's the astrology for the week. So let's get going with the tarot and see what the tarot comes up with and if it clarifies any of that energy. So messages for Gemini. So King of Wands in reverse. That's stingy for sure. Ace of Wands, 2 of Cups, Queen of Pentacles, the Justice card in reverse, the Star in reverse, the Ace of Pentacles in reverse, the Page of Cups in reverse, 7 of Wands, 3 of Wands in reverse, and 8 of Pentacles in reverse. And then I'm also going to pull an Everyday Witch Oracle as well, just to kind of see what we've got going. Also, I just want to put a disclaimer that my sound is probably not as good as normal because I lost my AirPods for the 2nd time. And I really hope I didn't lose them the way I think I did, because the first time I lost them was the start of September on a plane, and I think I've left them on the train this time. I think they've fallen out my bag. So, and these are not cheap AirPods either, so I apologise, but hopefully it'll be fixed next time because I'll just get some more, but just no. Okay, we have got Healing Waters. So I quite like the energy for Gemini. It's kind of like, yeah, especially after the eclipse as well, just needing to almost renew and refresh yourself. Yeah, I like the energy a lot. Okay, so let's look at the tarot and we'll apply it to the astrology and let's see what's going to happen. So, definite conflict here with the 7 of Wands and the Justice card in reverse. This is an interesting mix. This is kind of like feeling really slighted, especially by, I would say, a man in your life, King of Wands in reverse. So, this is definite conflict. And if we want to apply it to the astrology, we can, because Queen of Pentacles is very like, she's very, she's got a lot of dignity, and she's also very rich. She's a rich bitch. And for some of you, that's like, again, what I was saying about there being some clash between dating and finances. So this could be that they're trying to do this person in your life is trying to do things that cost too much money, and you're like, yeah, I've got money, but I don't want to be spending that much. Or they're like asking you to pay the bill. So like you're dating and it's like, hey, let's just go Dutch. And you're like, yeah. The phrase, if it ain't Dutch, it ain't much, is not coming up here. So King of Wands in reverse is kind of like, to me, super, I won't say tyrannical, but kind of like my way or the highway, and not being very warm and forgiving. It's kind of like a resentment kind of feeling coming through, resentful. The 7 of Wands energy is like, it's not super chaotic, but it's kind of like there is definitely a fight, or you feeling like you're being attacked, or like you're not supporting me here. And of course the Justice card in reverse is kind of like, this is so unbalanced, you know? So this gives me the energy of like them wanting you to do more than them. So for some of you, this is like you're putting in more energy in this relationship than they are. And for others, this is like linked to the dating and income, where it's like they're wanting you to pay more than them. And it's like, excuse me, since when? Why? So that could be twofold energy there. You also have some nice energy for love here, though. So we have Ace of Wands with Two of Cups, which I think is beautiful. I really like this energy because Ace of Wands is a creative, passionate new start, and it's kind of like a physical attraction, kind of like spicy energy. And of course, Two of Cups is this beautiful, passionate union between two people. So again, we can link that to being like an energy of dating, but for this, it's like for some people, this is a really nice energy where you feel like this person can make you thrive and you feel good with them. So it really is opposite ends for this reading. So take what resonates. If you're like, I'm definitely on this pile, I'm definitely on this pile, I think you'll know which one you are. But I think on this section, it is a little bit like hard for you because the Star in verse is kind of like very hopeless feeling. It's like, oh, for God's sake, like, especially if you are in the dating field, you're like, I just had one of these dates that just made me feel like giving up. So the energy comes through quite a bit. I do think there is like an imbalance of the scales here, for sure. And also because the Star is like very Aquarius and it's like the water bearer, so it's like, again, it's equality, and then you have the Justice card in reverse. So this equality is just very up here, very up here. And of course we have the healing waters as well, which is funny because Aquarius is an air sign, but everyone always thinks it's a water sign because it's the water bearer. But it's interesting that that's the healing waters linked to this Star card. So for some of you, you just really need to give yourself that hope, I think. Ace of Pentacles in reverse. Yeah, we can add this to the income issue here. This is very much a kind of like, I would say a false start, but like it's neither an ending nor a start. It's kind of like I guess it would be a false start. Where it's just like finances don't feel great. You're not able to start that new relationship that I think you thought you wanted to, because again, there's just so much like passive aggressiveness, I would say, coming through here, where it's just like, ugh. And also Page of Cups in reverse, super greedy energy. This is like, this is a normally upright, it's like a very sort of like rich-ish energy again, but I have it reversed, and to put it with all this card, it's like greedy and stingy at the same time. So there again, I'm applying this tarot to the astrology, and so you may feel that I'm doing that too much, but I'm trying to push a narrative here because the cards are really, clarifying it. There's a lot of stingy energy here, and it just seems like for a lot of you, it doesn't have to apply to money. It can be just in the attitude of the person, where it's just like, I'm giving more of my love to this person and they're not giving enough, or they're just taking, and I'm left with virtually nothing. And that can leave you quite hopeless. So there's a real sort of like imbalance of energy here. Three of Wands in reverse with the Eight of Pentacles in reverse. Yeah, again, it's like a slippery slope. Like Three of Wands in reverse is kind of like needing to understand something that you don't know. So it's kind of like you don't really understand where their point of view is coming from. It's kind of like, I don't get it. Like, why are you like this? Someone's like, why are you like this? It's like the energy is like, why are you like this? Why? To stop being like this, because it's such a slippery slope. So I do get the energy quite heavily there. And this Healing Waters oracle again suggests that there's something that you need to like rid yourself of. So I think there's some tension here this week, particularly. And the fact we've got the fox here as well, which is like the cunningness, so like manipulative. So I definitely think you need to rid yourself of somebody that's manipulating you, or like trying to push you into giving them more than they're giving you. Whatever that may be, money, love, attention, whatever. There is a sense of that coming through. And then for some of you, you're like able to have this nice kind of beginning with a relationship. So it's a mixed bag for some of you. Some of you, I mean, take what resonates. Some of you not dating and not going to date. I'm with you on that. So take what resonates. Whatever I'm saying is you're putting energy into something, and whatever it is not giving you the same energy back, okay? It's just not transactional. It's not transactional. You are not getting the energy that you're putting in that's coming back, okay? It's not I put in 50p and you give me 50p back. It's I put in 50p and you give me 2p. Great, just lost 48p. Or cents, from wherever you come from. So there's just that sense there. Don't lose hope though. I know it's kind of like annoying and frustrating. Like I mentioned, that energy from the 12th to 15th is so frustrating. But I wouldn't get frustrated too much. I think you just have to understand what it is. And also like stand up for yourself as well. Don't be like, oh, well, you know, maybe they'll eventually give me what I want back. Nah, if they're not going to show you straight away, then, especially if you're like on a first date or like been on a couple of dates and they're like, hey, like it's okay to go like Dutch on a first date. Like I've done that. I've been like, yeah, should we just like pay both? And it's like, yeah. And then after the next couple of dates, then he paid for me. And I was like, oh, that's nice. And there was no question about it. It was just like his inclination to do that. Not everyone has to do that, but it's just an example of like feeling like you're being taken care of, you know, and you're not having to be like, you know, I just get that energy. Okay, Gemini, hope that resonates, and hope you enjoyed it. If you did, then you can leave a little like on the video, and maybe come back for the reading next week. But I hope you have a lovely week, Geminis. Bye.